It is Son's world now.
Oh.
Do you know that I said in the piece, 70% of all jerseys sold at Tottenham Hotspur are him alone, right? Him alone. They have hundreds of visitors every single day from South Korea doing the stadium tour. Hello, we're back. Welcome to the latest episode of Yahoo Footballing Weekly with me, Yahoo columnist Neil Humphreys, fresh off the plane. I
said fresh from the boat.
Boat plane. I literally landed an hour ago and I'm here after hanging out with Heung-min for a week.
We will talk about that.
Which we'll get to.
Yeah. And my Yahoo editor Chia and Keong back after a 2-week leave.
Taiwan, right?
Taiwan.
Nice.
Holiday. Oh, nice. And got something which I will later tell about in part 2 of the story.
Right.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
But all right. So we are back after a nice break.
Nice break. But importantly, your comments kept coming. So thank you very much for that. It's for that very reason, we're pointing already. Look, we're pointing already. Sponsor, StarHub.
Yep.
More goodies just for you.
Thanks for them coming back to sponsor us again. So now they are part of sponsor. They will be holding a free live screening of EPL match at Capital Singapore's Outdoor Plaza on the 13th of April, which is next week.
And we'll be there.
Yep, we will be there. It's Newcastle versus Spurs, the early kickoff. That's the free match that they are holding. So if you're a Spurs fan, if you're a Newcastle fan, come down to Capital Singapore and join us. You have fun-filled events such as photo prints, airbrush tattoos, free party snacks. If you are a StarHub subscriber, you get your free goodie bags while stocks last.
Really?
Yeah.
Do I get one? I'm a StarHub subscriber.
I think you can.
I'll bring my daughter. I'll bring my daughter.
So, you're doing a live podcast there for just before the match kickoff. Then we'll all have fun watching the show.
Yeah,
okay?
That would be great. Come down. You always say next event, I'll come down. Well, no excuses.
Yeah, right in the center, middle of town.
Yeah.
Posh place.
That's where we are, man. We're the Atas award-winning. Yeah. We didn't say it. Global award.
Last time we were at the Heartlands in downtown East. Now we go a bit more Atas for this time.
Don't bring the Angmo into it. It's got nothing to do. But yes, please come down and watch the Global award-winning podcast.
Right. Now, Neil, you just got down from plane after a 14-hour flight.
Yep.
That would be the same feeling as after watching Manchester City and Arsenal do a 0-0 ball draw.
Right. So I landed at Changi Airport. I didn't even know the score. I asked him not to tell me the score.
Yep.
I wanted to see the highlights. Now, anybody who watches the StarHub highlights will know they're about 4 minutes long. And if you've been watching them as long as I have, you know after about 1 minute if it's a good game or not, because they're showing you the crappiest highlights for 2 minutes. This is 0-0. This game has got 0-0 written all over it.
And really, the first half was such a drag. Everybody's like pinging into the center of midfield. Second half was a bit more livelier, but still, because both teams' defense are good, and then they nullify each other. It's almost like the left brain of Guardiola and the right brain of Arteta is the same, like that,
Yeah.
So okay, stalemate, 0-0. Nobody loses. I think Arteta might feel a bit better because
definitely,
yeah, because I think he to hold Man City goalless in both their games, home and away games. I think it's a fantastic achievement. It's like first time since October 2021, 47 games that Man City has not scored at the Etihad Stadium.
Correct.
So credit to them, but and it puts Man City still behind Liverpool and Arsenal, and Arsenal has a better goal difference. It's just 2 points behind Liverpool. So given the tough run-in, I think he has to be more satisfied with this.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think this is a huge psychological boost for Arteta. Huge. This is the first time they haven't lost. Their previous 8 successive visits to the stadium ended in defeat.
Last year was 4-1.
Right? This is a huge psychological boost for Arteta. He can win the title now on his terms, right? He's got a run of fixtures. They're not easy. We've said that before. They've probably got the toughest fixtures of the 3 title contenders. But to come away from the Etihad without defeat is a major boost for Arsenal. They'll be buzzing. Of course, the biggest wingers are Liverpool, which we'll get to.
Yeah.
But for Arteta, no, I think this is a huge boost and a blow for Pep, because they've lost Stones, right? They've lost Stones, they've lost Walker. They're going to concede more goals this season. They're going to drop more points this season.
And more importantly, something that should start to worry Guardiola. Haaland is not firing.
No.
Yeah, so they've been already online saying that this is the malfunctioning robot. so yesterday, first half, he only had 7 touches. He got 23 touches all game.
Wow. And
he missed a sitter almost at the end of the match. So it's starting to worry. I think if what Arteta did, and I was watching the game, and what Arteta did was he just stifled all the supply lines to him. Kevin De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva, Jack Grealish, Phil Foden, Rodri, and every line of supply to Haaland was cut very, very effectively. And that's how Haaland was just walking about, and I couldn't shout out the delivery. And Roy Keane was saying, he got to do more than that. You can't just stand around there. You got to go and get the ball and try to get other people into play. And I sort of agree. I think Haaland still has this bit is still not as effective as.
No, I agree. I agree. Look, when they signed Haaland, they had to recalibrate, and it took a while, and it worked. But the whole ethos of that team with Haaland in it depends upon him scoring, because otherwise it's just a blunt edge. It just doesn't work, because other teams, they spread the goals around. Arsenal, they spread the goals around, lots of interplay, lots of passing. The way that Guardiola has changed the lineup of Manchester City, all roads lead to Haaland. That's how they won a treble. That's how they won the Champions League. De Bruyne looks up, Haaland. Foden looks up, Haaland. That's a brilliant system as long as he scores. If he doesn't score, it's like you're at the apex of the pyramid, and the pyramid is blunt. All roads are leading to that apex, but it's a blunt edge. It's not working at the moment.
And which is why William Saliba last night was brilliant. Yeah, he was absolutely brilliant. And the nice thing is that after the match, the two, Haaland and Saliba, embraced. That's a nice hug there. I think that's okay. Good sportsmanship.
Yeah. Well, speaking of sportsmanship, you're not going to get any from him, because now we've got to talk about Liverpool. And I think he won't say this, and the director won't say this. I think this is as good a chance as Liverpool are ever going to have for the foreseeable future. I'm jinxing it already.
Yes, that's right.
To win a title, because Man City will come back, Manchester United will come back, Chelsea have to do something. This has to be Liverpool's year. This is Leicester 2016. This is Liverpool 2020. This has to be Liverpool's year. Arsenal will get stronger, and Klopp is off. If you're going to win the title, Liverpool, it has to be this season. You'll never get such a good opportunity again.
I just saw a clip on Twitter. There's this Liverpool fan, Scouser actually, so who was saying, like, considering from where Liverpool started last season, ended last season, fifth or sixth place, and now they are leading the league 2 points ahead of Arsenal. If they carry on to win the league, it's a long way to go. Come on, it's serious. 9 games still a long way to go. That win might be even better than that 2020 title. Because from where,
of course,
from where last season was really a struggle. Yeah, and now they are top of the league, and the Scousers fans say, every player on the pitch, every red Liverpool player on the pitch, he looks at them and said, no, I'll go to war with them.
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly it. This was another example of why I still believe, I'm getting ridiculous saying this now, that Klopp is underrated. And I give you the latest exhibit A, Alexis Mac Allister. Right? How many more times is Klopp going to keep buying the right player in the right position at the right time, and they just slot in seamlessly? And critics will say, it's not like we didn't know Mac Allister wasn't already a great player. Well, funnily enough, we also knew that Caicedo was a great player, and what's happened to him. Yeah. Just because someone has a good season at Brighton or a lesser club doesn't mean it's going to transition to the next level. And you can go to Manchester United for any number of examples of that, Anthony being the most obvious. He signed Alexis Mac Allister. He slotted straight in, man of the match performance against his old club. Absolutely brilliant. Another example, Klopp's genius.
And if he had not started off the season playing out of position, on defensive midfield, waiting for Endo to get up to speed, he might be the most valuable player instead of Declan Rice for me.
Yeah, I think he'd be up there.
So only after when Endo became up to mark as a defensive midfielder around December, and then he was able to move up to a bit more attacking midfielder position, and that is where he became so good. Finding the right passes all the time. Very economical, very efficient, and all. Like the winner against Salah's winner against Brighton. Absolutely the right pass at the right time to pass to him to score.
Different class. And if you want the complete opposite of that, you just go to Manchester United.
Before that, there's a big news happening to Liverpool.
Alonso.
So on Friday, Xabi Alonso, who was like the fans' pick to replace Klopp.
It was my pick.
Yeah, I think it was my pick as well. So he said during his pre-match conference at Leverkusen, saying that no, I want to stay on at Bayer Leverkusen. And really, you if you think of it right now, why would he really want to leave a team that is on the verge of winning their first ever Bundesliga title?
Yeah,
still unbeaten after 32 matches. Which they have a shot at. They'll definitely be in the Champions League next season. And they can carry on the adventure with the team. Yeah, it was. I always thought if this Klopp's departure, and it might be a bit too soon for Alonso. If he's smart enough, he would stay on at Leverkusen for a couple more years to develop his more tactical nose before he takes on the Liverpool job. But I think this was.
And that's the irony. That right there, what you said, exactly right, is the irony. The fact that Alonso has turned the job down for Liverpool makes him even more suitable for Liverpool later on.
That's true.
He's a smart, clear-headed, far-sighted man. Because if he had just jumped in and done a David Moyes or done a Graham Potter at Chelsea a little bit too soon, he wants to wait, take his time, build his resume, then go. He will be the perfect manager for Liverpool.
Yeah, and Richard Keys, dinosaur for that matter, was saying that Alonso is a bottle job. On air, saying it's a bottle job for turning down the Liverpool job because the job admittedly wouldn't come back to him. I said, why not? I mean, he's still young, relatively young, about 40 years old.
Yeah.
He can still do a few more years around. So eventually, if Liverpool are really in the doldrums, touch wood, you can still get him back on board as a better manager than before.
Richard Keys would probably say, give it to Sam Allardyce, right?
Yeah,
give it to Sam Allardyce. Give it to Redknapp. Give it to one of the old boys.
Yeah, Harry.
Oh dear. All right, let's get on to Manchester United then. 1-1. Listen to this, right? If you wanted another example why Ten Hag may not be the man for the job, they have conceded 254 shots in their past 12 games.
Statistics that found.
Right? It's an astonishing statistic. They've had another smokescreen again with the FA Cup. How many have they had through the season? They have one freakish performance. They're turning a corner. Honestly, they've turned more corners than I don't know what, a blindsided bat. It makes
like
no
Anthony,
sense
like
at all.
Turning there.
Yeah. It makes no sense at all. The defence is in disarray. Okay, they've got injuries. Luke Shaw is still out. You can't keep using that as an excuse.
You can't.
Right?
Look at Liverpool.
Exactly. Their team was eviscerated earlier in the season. They found a way. The more this goes on, the less likely Ten Hag is going to be around next season.
Yeah, I mean, 2 years and what identity you have if you are like conceding so many goal opportunities. Brentford was struggling at the bottom, near the bottom of the league.
Yep.
Had 31 attempts on goal, hit the woodwork 4 times, and somehow allow Man U to grab that late goal ahead before they found an equalizer to make it much fairer result. It's like Brentford.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. And even Ten Hag admitted that they were lucky to get a point. They didn't deserve it. They were horrendous.
Yeah.
They were absolutely horrendous. But a team that slightly lucky as well, Tottenham. I was there. I was there at the stadium. And I was there because I interviewed Son Heung-min.
Oh, yeah.
And I've got to say, Asian football is so lucky to have Son Heung-min.
Yeah,
as I wrote in the piece. I interviewed him. He'd just come back from Thailand where he'd scored for South Korea. He'd had less than 36 hours of sleep and travel. Sits down with me. The first thing he says to me is very politely, "Is it okay if I drink my coffee?"
Oh.
Just, can you imagine Jack Grealish doing this? Not picking on Jack Grealish, but he seems like a nice guy. But he's just kept that humility. And then fast forward to the game itself. And I wrote this in the other piece, which is I think he's carrying Tottenham at the moment.
Yeah, he is.
He's carrying Tottenham, and Ange ball, as much as it's fun to watch, it needs another out ball. It needs another alternative than just relying on Son game after game to dredge up those ridiculous reserves of energy to score a winner. He was shattered in that game and still scored the winner.
I was watching the match on TV as well. So, I mean, at the start, he was like holding it back. You know, he was conserving his energy. Passing to Werner, passing to Kulusevski. Timo Werner just he's reverting to it. He's back to his Chelsea's best.
He's becoming the new Kai Havertz.
He's back to his Chelsea's best.
So I was watching, and I was on the side where Werner was. He missed an absolute open goal. He kept giving possession away. You could see Ange Postecoglou losing it on the touchline, and he has become the new Kai Havertz. What is he? Who is he? What is his purpose? I don't understand the fixation with Timo Werner.
Thankfully, he's just on loan.
Answers on a postcard. I would love to know.
Yeah, so and you know, increasingly, then in the second half, like you can see that increasing frustration in Son's face. Because if I watch on TV, I can see his frustration. Yeah. And then finally, the last bit of energy he summons to charge up during the counter attack, and then when it breaks down to him and just whacks it right
and the stadium erupts.
Erupted.
It is Son's world now. Do you know that I said in the piece, 70% of all jerseys sold at Tottenham Hotspur are him alone, right? Him alone. They have hundreds of visitors every single day from South Korea doing the stadium tour. And I just heard from someone there that he's now the best-selling shirt in the English Premier League by far. He's overtaken Mo Salah. But it's a hell of a statistic considering he's at a club who's won nothing, right? And it's not as big. It's not even the biggest club in London. It's not even the biggest club in London. And yet Son Heung-min is outselling Mo Salah. Great guy. But on your point, so the day before that, I interviewed Ozzy Ardiles, great guy. Tottenham legend Ozzy Ardiles, had a chat with him. And he was very impressed this season with Ange Ball, with Maddison, with Son, obviously. But Maddison, maybe it was just a little bit of post-international break fatigue. He was a little bit off it. And it just put so much pressure on Son. Maddison, Kulusevski, these guys have really got to step up. They've got to step up. He can't keep doing it. Otherwise, they won't finish in the top four.
They are now 5th position, but have a game in hand against Aston Villa. So it's a tough fight against Aston Villa for that 4th spot.
But what do you think? Is Son Heung-min the man? Is he carrying Tottenham to the Champions League? Will Erik ten Hag survive the season? And will their mobs finally cheer up a bit and accept that Liverpool are the runaway favourites for the title?
Way to go.
Chia, long way to go. Keong says, hold, be patient. Yep. What do you think? Send your comments too.
Yahoo Southeast Asia on YouTube, Yahoo SG, Yahoo_MY on Twitter, and Yahoo SEA on TikTok.
Right. There's a few big games this week, but the one I want to focus on, Man U Liverpool. Always Man U Liverpool. What do you think?
We need to avenge that stupid FA Cup defeat.
Old Trafford. It's at Old Trafford.
It's at Old Trafford, same place. This is not going to happen again. I guarantee you.
Well, I think
we'll nick a 1-0 or 2-0 win.
It's those kinds of games that finish off managers, right? I think it finished off Mourinho, didn't it? And Solskjaer. They don't like losing to Liverpool. If Liverpool do the business at Old Trafford, Radcliffe and company
love it. Love it.
We'll say enough's
like
enough.
Kevin Keegan said, love it. I'll love it.
Hang on a minute. Just now you're like cautious. Now you're like, come on. Which is it?
One game at a time. One game at a time.
Cliches are us over here. Cliches are us. All right, prediction.
Prediction, well, 2-0 Liverpool.
I'm just going all in. I think 3-1, 3-0, yeah. 2 or 3 goals for Liverpool, no problem. All right, we'll do 2 more quickly. Brighton, Arsenal.
Brighton is at home, so it's going to be very, very tricky for Arsenal.
They're going to win it. It's as simple as that. If they want to win the title, they have to win it.
They have to go for it. I think a 1-0 Arsenal.
Yeah, I'll go with that. I'll agree with you. I think narrow 1-0 victory,
Man City, they'll play Aston Villa at home. It's at home, Etihad.
Yeah, Villa's been doing well. They've surprised
me. Fourth place.
Yeah, they've surprised me.
It's a tough one, though.
It is tough because he's going to be using squad players more. Grealish, some of the other boys.
Stones might come back. Walker
is he coming back?
He was on the bench and against Arsenal, but didn't play. But we'll see.
All right. I'm going to be bold on this one. 1-1.
1-1.
I'm going to say 1-1. What do you think?
I think 1-1.
All right.
1-1, yeah.
You can catch all of those games on StarHub. And just to remind you, we have more goodies and teasers and giveaways from our sponsor friends at StarHub.
We got prize giveaways for you. You know, the StarHub will be holding its StarHub Football Festival on the 20th and 21st of April at our Tampines Hub.
Brilliant.
So on the 21st of April, that evening, they'll have a exhibition match. Whoa, star-studded.
We'll be there.
EPL legends against Singapore legends. EPL legends, you got Terry Sheringham, you got David James, you got Dwight York, you got John Arne Riise, all your Man U and Liverpool ex-players.
And West Ham legends.
And West Ham players. Yes. And Singapore legends, you got Durick. We found out a small nugget about Durick.
Go on, I've got it here.
So, of all the players around the world, global around the world, top 10 players who have scored the most hat-tricks since the year 2000.
Yep.
Durick is the number 9.
Correct.
Number 9 in the world. Above Harry Kane some more.
In the world. It was a good stat that Keong pulled out. Ronaldo 1, Messi, Ali Shafiq, Lewandowski, Suarez, Mabout.
Some other Asian
Some others I don't really know.
Number 9.
Then Durick is in there, number 9, above Harry Kane. 22 hat-tricks.
Amazing. Congratulations, Durick.
And I sent him a message and I said, is this true? He said, yes, it is true, my bro. He says, I am super proud of what I achieved. I didn't have a father or mother to push me. I did it all on my own.
Yeah.
Durick, we salute you. So get down, get your tickets, watch Alexander Durick, higher than Harry Kane.
You don't even need to go and get tickets. You can sign on to our prize giveaway contest. You might even win a pair of tickets for free. So what you need to do is to answer. You go up to this link where we have our Google form, contest form, and you answer this simple question: which EPL, which English Premier League football legends are you looking forward to seeing most at the StarHub Football Festival, and why? The 5 best answers will each win a pair of tickets to the show.
All of the players who played for West Ham. Oh. There you go. That's my answer. Yeah. Done. Beat that. So
I'm
sure you can.
Here's the link. Go and sign up for the contest form.
Brilliant. We'll see you there.
Yeah.
And look, you see, I managed to get to the whole show without mentioning West Ham, Newcastle, VAR and referees. VAR should be scrapped forever. Today, start now. Scrap VAR, no more. And the referee who was in charge of that game at Newcastle, West Ham, never again should you referee a game ever again. Not under 9s at Farrer Park, nothing, nowhere. I don't want to see you again. I don't want to see VAR again. I don't want to see it again.
Enough.
But I haven't mentioned it at all.
I haven't mentioned it at all.
All right, if you've got any comments or you want to take part in the competition, send all your comments to
Yahoo Southeast Asia on YouTube, Yahoo SG, Yahoo_MY on Twitter, Yahoo SEA on TikTok.
Thanks as always, and join us in part 2. We've had a wonderful reaction to Bai Haki being on our show. Some great comments about the Singapore Youth League and, of course, Singapore against China recently. So come back, same time, same place for part 2. See you there.
See you.